Hello everyone, I am Jitendra Bhatt and I am working for an organization which prepare for law entrance examination. And in India there are three major exams: CLAT, Common Law Admission Test. For Delhi NLU there is a one separate test that is called ELIT, and the third one is LSAT, that is Law School Admission Test for top private universities. So this session is all about law as a career, in which we discuss about as in career opportunities in law, what are the entrance examination and what will be the process, and why it is so important to have a law degree or have an understanding of law. So let's begin this session. Okay, this is the first slide of this session, in which what comes to your mind when you think of law or LLB, what pop up in your brain. So I think it's something like this. There is one advocate who is fighting a case in courtroom. So this is the general tendency. If I suppose say you will be a lawyer, so you thought lawyer is someone who just fighting a case in courtroom and all. So this is one domain under law space, but that is not true. This is the only one. So today we will just discuss about other career opportunity apart from this, because this is quite renowned and everybody know that this is the option after completing LLB program. So let's move to the next slide, in which we just understand the importance of law. One can better survive in the forest. There is one gentleman and a monkey. So you can easily say that a gentleman can not survive, the monkey can survive very easily. So the next question come up, that why human dominate the world? If that is the scenario, because million year before, that is the scenario. So why today human dominates the world? There are three things which is quite important. One is intelligence. There are other creatures which had certain level of intelligence, like dog, like ant. They have certain level of intelligence. But in compared to the other creature, we are far better in terms of intelligence. The second one is called imagination. Because of imagination, we are continuously improving. That's why you see this world currently, it's only because of imagination. We are sending message, we are commute from one place to another place within an hour. But compared to the other creature, the way tiger living in the jungle many years ago, they are living in the same way. Only the human transform in a way. So that's why imagination is very important. And the last and the important one is called cooperation in a large scale. Today, the global world economy is so interconnected. You cannot work in isolation. There are many things in India which we are using currently, they are coming from some another country. It means in a large scale, everybody is helping each other. We are just cooperate each other. So that is a cooperation which make human different from other creature. Let's take an example of bee or ant. They work in a cooperation, but not in that large cooperation. There is a group of ant which is working and performing a certain task, but compared to the human, we are working in a sophisticated system. So that's why here law comes into the picture. Because to control everything, to control the imagination, to smooth functioning of a society, making certain law by which we can just cooperate each other. So that's why law is so important. As we understand, as 10th, 11th and 12th student can easily understand, there are physical, chemical and mathematical law like Newton's, Faraday, Pythagoras and many more. Because these law are quite important for their physical functioning, chemical functioning and mathematical functioning. So similarly for a society, there is certain set of law by which it runs smoothly. So that's why law is so important. Here is one example. There is two pieces of paper. There is one piece of paper and another one is a piece of paper, but it's a $50. So which one you want. You can easily say you will go for $50. So which is that thing which make it so special? Is there color? Is there any other thing? That is only the law which give it a certain power, that purchasing power. So it's only because there is certain law, that's why it's more powerful. It has that power. So that's why law is so important. Let's move to the next slide. Let's understand in Indian context. Our India is, there are three major pillars of democracy. There is one more that is called media, but here I will not get into this. So right now you understand one is legislative, all the elected member by the people like MLAs, MP, even for that matter Pradhan, that is called legislative body. The second one is called executive, all the government position that is come under executives because their job is to execute certain thing. And the third one is the judicial, in which the major parts is that lawyer and judge. So these are the three pillar of democracy. So here that LLBs come under judiciary. Let's explore the law. We need to explore the law, that what is the importance of law and what are the degrees, which are the top national law universities. So here's the man behind new legal education framework in India, Professor N.R. Madhav Menon. He's the director of National Law School of Indian University, Bangalore, and he is the founding father of new legal education policy in India. There are many more lawyers. List goes on and on. Like Ram Jethmalani, Harish Salve, Kapil Sibal. So list is long. So you can understand there are so many lawyers. Okay, so what will be the track? Suppose you want to be a law profession, what will be the track for this? So the first one, immediately after 12th, there is one entrance examination. Not one, there are three entrance examinations basically. CLAT, ELET and LSAT. CLAT for 22 NLUs, ELET for National Law University Delhi and LSAT for private universities. So might be after few years National Law University come under that CLAT body only, but right now there are three major entrance examination. As you qualify, and the minimum eligibility is this, you will be a 12th pass out. So in your 12th you can just fill an application and immediately after 12th you can just write this paper. So as you pass this paper you get entry into the National Law University, which we have currently 23, and the government is planning that in every state there is one National Law University. As you complete your 5-year integrated program that is called BA LLB or BBA LLB, because NALSA they are planning to introduce that BA LLB program which can help in business, but moreover the program is similar. There is just a change here and there, might be the business angle is introduced in it, otherwise the legal aspect will be complete in BA LLB also. There is no such difference, major difference. And as you complete your 5-year integrated program, so you will become a law professional. So let's move to the career opportunities. Litigation is the first one. As you easily understand, you need to fight a case in courtroom, might be under civil, criminal and other section. The second one is academia. After your LLB or after your LLM, you can become a faculty member and you just taking classes in National Law University and even in coaching institute to prepare the other student for National Law Universities. The second one is MNCs. There are so many multinational companies which come into India and they need to follow the Indian law, FDI law. There is certain law of acquisition and merger. So for that they require a lawyer or an advocate which help them out to establish their business here, as in company law. The third one is a financial body, SPI, and there are so many financial body which are required. There is a permanent recruitment system which every year they recruit the lawyer or advocate, which just help them out in their legal obligation. So financial body required law firm. In India there are many law firm like Amarchand and Mangaldas, Luthra and Luthra. They recruit directly from national or universities. So these are the one which as in career opportunity you can look for that. And the next one is, so the next one is a media and publication. Right now in media and publication they are looking for a people who is specialized and who can help them in a specific case. Suppose there is a verdict, so they want someone who can help them out to the specific point. And the next one is a civil services. There is a question that many students ask me, that is that 5-year program can help them out to crack the civil entrance examination. Definitely, because in 5-year law program they are well versed with the subject which come under the humanities. So the kind of effort they required, it's compared to the other people, it's quite low. So while the 5-year program they are quite eligible and they are prepared their civil services examination. The next one is a judiciary. At the age of 23 you are eligible to become a judge. There is an entrance examination that is called PCSJ. Immediately after your LLB program you can just write that JE paper, that PCSJ, and you are eligible to become a judge in district court only, not in Supreme Court, because there is a long procedure and many years you need to spend, and after that you will promote it to the Supreme Court. And the last one is a corporate firm. There are many corporate firms which require law professional, which help them out as per their product or services. So they approach either to the law firm or they go for their permanent lawyer, in-house lawyer in their firm. So these are the opportunity as of now. There are many more, like in Navy or Armed Forces. There is one separate exam, and after that they have their in-house lawyer. And there are many more other options. So gradually it increase, because in every 5 years there is a change in terms of pattern, in terms of opportunities. So you need to keep an eye on the career opportunity. So as of now these are the career opportunity. Okay, next one, the key skills required. The good communication skill is must to become a law professional. And why so? Because you must have a good understanding. You must have key skills required. There are many skills which are required to become a good law professional. The first one is a good communication skills. Good communication skills contain good oral skill, good written skill, and the most important, good listening skills. Because people thought good communicator will be the good communication skill. That is not true. If you are not a good listener, you can't communicate the way you want and the appropriate way. So that's why good communication skills possess 3 things: written, oral, and listening skills. The next one is judgment. As per the situation, you need to judge. You need to identify it follow the law or not. In CLAT examination, there is a separate paper of legal aptitude where they analyze your judgmental skill and analytical skill. Either this argument is a strong argument or a weak argument. Is this example of explicit conclusion or implicit conclusion? So that is a part of legal aptitude or a logical reasoning. So that's why judgment skill and analytical skill is must. Research skill, because law every day there is certain changes, there is new amendments, there is certain new laws. So continuously you need to research and get your continuously updated yourself. The next one is a people skill. People skill required in every job, especially when you are facing the customer, you require that job, that skills. Perseverance, definitely this is not something that immediately after your LLB you will become the top lawyer of country. and you will become the dominated one, because it take time. You need to continuously putting research. You need to have that perseverance in you, by which at the end of the day, at the end of your career cycle, you will feel okay, right now I can say that I am the top lawyer. As you see the example of Harish Salve or Ramjit Malani, it is not something that immediately after their law program they are so famous. It take time. The last one is creativity. Creativity is required in every job right now, because this is the key skill, that you need that critical thinking. Without this, it's quite difficult for you, because all the monotonous and the routine job will be goes away, because computer and the other machines will handle these jobs where there is a certain algorithm is work. Okay, move to the next slide. There is a list of 23 NLUs. Please don't write it, because it's freely available on internet. So 22 NLUs. There is one examination, CLAT. The seats are filling through this, and Delhi NLU, that is come under that ELET examination. The as per the ranking, that Bangalore, the National Law School of Indian University, is the first one, and the Nalsar Hyderabad is the second one. So the ranking is vary, but because this is that Bangalore is the first one, that's why it had certain power. Okay, I already mentioned there are 3 examinations. There are MCQ question 150, 150, 150, and in LSAT there are 92 to 94 question. So this is the altogether paper, 2-hour paper or 1 hour 30-minute paper. So I just not spend too much time on this, because it's freely available. You can just have a look on this. If you want, you can just take a screenshot of this. Okay, so this is the major change in 2019 in CLAT paper. Earlier there is a different paper, so it's a 2-hour paper, purely MCQs. In 2020 it's in online. In 21 it's still in confusion, it's online or offline, but might be probably tomorrow in 22 23 it will be an online purely. So the 37 to 38 question coming from legal reasoning. Legal reasoning doesn't mean you need to just mug up all the legal articles and all the law and all these things. No, it's give you a certain hint, because CLAT paper is purely in the form of passage. So they give you a certain passage, you need to get inference from this, get hint from this, and then you need to answer. 30 question from logical reasoning, again purely on logics. So for logic you need to prepare, but it is not something that you can just get one day, and that is in the form of passage. The next one, 15 question from quant mathematics. There is a myth that for CLAT entrance examination you will be good in mathematics. That is not true, because there are only 15 questions, and in terms of percentage it's somewhere around 10%, and that too in quant the question majorly is in the form of data interpretation. So there is a profit loss and all, so don't worry about it. If you are taking classes from some institute, you can easily crack this section. And the next one, 30 question from English comprehensive. There is certain passage and you need to write, on the basis of passage you need to write the correct answer. So for reading comprehensive, my suggestion is this: go for the Hindu and other newspaper, and especially for editorial, because you can just to have that complete paragraph and having the great understanding, only the reading can help you out. Or you can go for a good novel, by which your reading comprehensive skill will increase. You can just easily just scan the entire passage. Otherwise it's quite difficult. In 2 hours it's quite difficult for you to read all the passage, starting from legal to and at mathematics. Okay, the last 37 to 38 question coming from general knowledge. That is not a general knowledge, that is current affair. So complete 1 year current affair is come into the paper, and they are generally asking from the law background, because that is or an important event. So for that, if you are reading newspaper or you are taking a coaching from any institute, they will help you out in this. So this is the basic structure of examination. Okay, I give you, in my last slide I give you just hint about the entrance examination question. So this is an question: is it triangle ABC a right angle triangle? So they are asking, is it a right angle or not? There are 2 statements. First statement, the ratio of length side AB and BC is 4:5. And statement 2, they are asking the ratio of length side BC to AC is 12.5 and 6.5. 12.5 ratio 6.5. And there are 5 options. Statement 1 is alone to sufficient to give the answer. Statement 2 is sufficient to give the answer. You need to use both the statement, or it's not required because you can't give the answer by using both the statement. So in this question I give you one hint. Before that hint, I just give you, this is not an entrance examination question. You can say this is an board examination or a school examination. To become it entrance examination, we need to put a bar of time, because all the entrance examination, they are come with a bar of 2 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes. So paper like CLAT, where you have 2 hour and 150 question, so you get only 60 minutes to answer this question. So if you are able to answer this question in 60 minutes, it means you can qualify the examination. So that's why practice is required, because if you attempt directly, you can only read the half of the paper, forget about the answer. To answer all these questions, you need certain practice, no doubt about it, because NLUs are, you can consider NLUs are IITs for humanities and commerce students. It's as equal as IITs in terms of exposure, pedagogy, placement and all. So I give you one hint. In this question, they check your ratio proportion, they will check your Pythagoras theorem, and they will check your analytical skills. So you can just write in this chat box which will be the correct answer. So thanks a lot. I hope this session helped you, especially for those who are not considering law as an option right now, because there are certain chunk of students, those who are well aware about National Law University and entrance examination. So thanks a lot. If you have any question, you can just write me. Okay, thank you.